moment. I have no idea how to make this prediction. I am shocked that it's got to this. It could have been G2 here instead. It could have probably been FaZe here instead. They got knocked out early, but this is what we are left with. I'm excited, and I hope you are at home as well watching. Vitality going to be starting on Anubis on the CT side. It's Ence on the T side, and let's get this show on the road.
Let's absolutely do that, Anders. Ence on that T side with 2 Molotovs and a smoke here. Their map pick. I would say the favorites coming to this final as well, Anders. It's going to be a hell of a show. And we'll have a look at the Team Vitality setup as well. 5 sets of Kevlar here. Any aggression from the CT side will be notable as you see 3 players head towards middle. And here comes Dihao, one of the absolute stars of the show. Holding towards the mid position. We've got the rugs under control here for Ence, and Spinks will patrol towards dark.
On any other map, this might be crazy what we're seeing on the Vitality side. They've given up an entire bomb site to defend the middle and the B bomb site instead. But on this particular map, it's not that out of the ordinary. They trust in the retake, although they don't have any smokes or any kits for a retake. So if they actually find out, if they find the empty bomb site, Henry, my God, Vitality are going to have to speed this one up.
Well, here we go. They've committed towards the site. The frags are starting to come in thick and fast, and it's Ence taking everything on path. It's going to be Nerds now controlling the rotations, and I think that might be it. The round might be over.
Bigger benefit to saving the armor. That's how it is sometimes, but a little bit shocking, isn't it, what we're seeing? Just not even ready for it. They did kind of start to fall back into the A-bomb site, but it was too late, and the headshots were too strong coming out from the Ence camp. And just like that, they're going to win the pistol round. Nice beginning here, obviously, for the mixed team. You love to see it.
Well, there we have it. A nice little A execution to kick things off. 3 players towards the rugs, engulfing the bomb site in flames, and we will see 4 players surviving as well. But it's Team Vitality trying to hold on to their Kevlar here. Flames, Magisk, and Spinks holding towards T-spawn. Will we see any further frags? Time will tell, but it's a very successful start to their campaign here on Anubis. Lovely work there from Ence, and we will just see a couple of frags in the pistol. That's quite rare, Anders. It was a bit of a brawl there as well to kick things off, but it's Pius and Dihao to confirm the round. Bomb planted, job done. Round 2 will lead to a force buy. By virtue of saving that Kevlar, it's an important note because now it enables them to get 3 FAMASs here. But bear in mind, no helmets across the board. Now, you don't see this too often. Normally in a second round force buy, you're thinking MP9s, you're thinking 5.7s, maybe a few Deagles. So this is quite interesting. We'll see what Vitality can make of it.
Yeah, this could actually be a bit shocking. I dare say that pistol round did smell a lot like someone's been doing a lot of prep work on the Ence side because they didn't even really check out the rest of the map. There was no one going middle. They just went straight for it. But 3 FAMAS, you're up against 2 Deagles as well. Let's see how this one plays out. They are still gravitating towards the A-bomb site, but it looks like Vitality have some kind of read on this at the moment.
Yeah, it looks to be more of the same here, Anders. And bear in mind, those SMGs are going to just shred through Vitality as well with the lack of helmets here. So 5 players indeed committing towards the A side of the map. It's Madam. His trademark position, such a nuisance towards middle as they start to commit. The execution begins, and CTs are rotating over. They've got plenty of manpower here. They vacated the B bomb site here. This is going to be an absolute brawl here on the A bomb site.
The timing on the smoke going down, my God.
Here we go.
Yeah, he's running through. I have no idea how he wins that fight. He should have been dead. Coming out of the smoke, gasping for air and getting the headshot against one of them. But Apex, he's at least good for a kill. Make it started to show up as well. Spinks trying to land the headshot. He'll be successful, but swiftly taken down. Into a 2-on-2 we go, and Madden finally activated. You said it earlier, one of his favorite positions. He's good to distract just a little bit of Pius. Picks up his 4th kill of the round.
Excellent work there. It was the A execution, but Team Vitality were more than ready for it. They had almost everyone on that side of the map. They had the firepower as well with the FAMASs, but going trade for trade, it was Ence that came out on top, and Dihao once again, so brave, pushing through the smoke, finding an opening kill. He does that time and time again. Pius to close things out. As we'll see, a 2-0 start here for Ence, and it has to be the eco at this point. Vitality will upgrade some of the pistols. We've got a 3 Deagles and a 5.7, and a bit of a stack towards the B bomb site here. Ence this time spreading out in a flat default. Pius continuing that strong form. He'll find the first kill. 5-on-4 now. Bombs still down to T-spawn, so they won't be heavily committing, but they do take heavy damage en route. Madden down to 15 as they start to coordinate themselves back towards the B bomb site. Bomb is collected. Big frag available there towards the window position, and Zywoo, he's encroaching on their position, looking for that flank.
I wonder if they know now that Apex shows up as well. They might have actually lost track of Zywoo because they might not realize it's 2 different players. Doesn't look like they're ready for it. Look at the timing here. Snappy gonna get shot at the back of the head. He should have been dead right then and there. Easy enough, but somehow missed opportunity for Zywoo. I definitely think they thought it was only 1 player in the middle, and they were fooled by the fact that Apex showed up. 4 versus 3. And weirdly, a difficult round coming out for Ence right now. This should have been a lot more easy than even the previous one.
Yeah, this could fall apart. A 4 versus 3, they're low on health as well as Flames gets yet another kill here. It's all gone wrong. Snappy, the last player remaining, and it will be Vitality winning an eco round here. They've stolen it away. Ence, what just happened to them? The full buy up against just pistols, no armor, no grenades whatsoever, and Vitality somehow make it work. The B stack working in their favor, and we will see an AK-47 recover from Majestic as well. That sets the tone for this final. We are off to the races here. Lovely work here from those Desert Eagles, and now Ence will have to force buy back themselves here. We are going to see 1 single AK, 3 pistols, actually make it 2, and a MAC-10 and a Sunpire Scout, which can be very potent indeed. Watch out for him as Nerds will bravely jump across towards the A side of the map. Sunpire doesn't get anything done towards Dark. And waiting for any sort of CT aggression.
If Magus doesn't hit those 3 Deagle shots, then it's not even close to a round. It obviously made a massive difference. And what a shock it is. He's upgraded into the AK, and they have M4s on everybody else. No AWP in play on any side yet. And it looks like Ence really want to test the efficiency of this defense over the A-bomb side early in the half. They're conditioning them, maybe trying to put a little bit of pressure on, see if they can exploit that down the road. It's one of the strengths of Ence, their tactical side, the work between Saw and Snappy. They put so much effort into researching these teams that they're playing, and it's given them a flawless run to the grand finals. You can't really question it either. They decided to go back though.
Yeah, they were setting themselves up for yet another A play, but thinking better of it, Anders, and we're going back towards B with all 5 members in the canals right now. This is very unorthodox. How do they penetrate the bomb site here? How do they breach the initial choke point? We've got Flames and Spinks to defend, and here comes the first interaction.
40 seconds. Oh, what an opening. That is disgusting. Madden taking down Spinks to begin with. Flames a little bit further on back. Apex, the spray is good, but it's Madden again. He connects. He can't even see him through the smoke and Flames. He's in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, I can understand why they want to peek that. You got to be so careful. There's a flash on Nerds. It's in the sky already. No one's peeking them. All right, Ence decided it's better to just wait the bomb out now. 2 versus 4, and Vitality have made the call. They don't want to fight for this round.
Unbelievable. They've done it again. Another force buy works out, and it's going to be Snappy trying to find the final few frags here. Flames fighting for his life. We'll have to vacate to the beach here as Ence will be taking the round. Guaranteed now upgrading their pistols. And that's a weird approach as well. All 5 players towards the canals. You wouldn't think it'd work out for them, but they flood through the dark position, hitting every headshot en route. And it will be Madden with 2 more magnificent Desert Eagle frags here. Flames does quite well to hold onto his M4 here, and he'll have to. The team is going to be running very low on resources going forward, but there we have it. It is going to be 3-1 for Ence here as we get into round number 5.
What do you make of this kind of start? How do you get the financials to work on the CT side? This isn't a great look right now. 3-1 again. This map can be at times fairly T-sided, so I'm definitely slightly concerned on behalf of Vitality. Are they going to force up? It looks like they will. In fact, they could afford the AWP, Henry.
All right, ZywOo, yet to frag. A controversial performance yesterday, Anders. I don't want to open that can of worms. I don't want to get into it, you know? Let's just see what he can do today. First time with the AWP, and Snappy, he is not slowing down here. Full on A rush here, running through the grenades, running through the smoke and opening things up, taking down the double kill, leading by example. Snappy has won the round single-handedly.
He just did the same play that DR did earlier. They trust in their ability, and you can see why it works. It's not because Vitality don't have the aim for it, but they are mentally not ready for someone to be that crazy, to push through the smoke like that. Normally they get you killed 9 out of 10 times, but they just weren't. I think they were throwing a flashbang, they had their backs turned to see if they were ready, and he just comes blowing through. It's a beautiful play, and it works exactly because it's so unexpected.
Yeah, Snappy's in his element right now, and the frags just keep coming at a breakneck speed through the smoke, Anders. Again, it's a calling card of this team. It's unbelievable. They throw the rulebook of CSGO just out the window each and every time, and they're just never ready for it. You got your knives out, your smoke in hand, your pants around your ankles, and Snappy continues to frag here. It's going to be a clean sweep as well. 5 players survived, barely took any damage en route. It's 4-1 in favor of Ence. Vitality now will save the AWP at least, but they need to start coming online. ZywOo couldn't get anything done. In-game lead up, quick as a whip and twice as deadly as he makes his way through. That was excellent work there.
One of the classic faces of Apex. He's got quite a few of them, doesn't he? I like that you touched upon the controversial performance and didn't want to really get into it. You could feel the tension on the desk as well. It's a really hot topic these days. Where do you play ZywOo and where does he fit into these really, really big matches? He did save the AWP, and I don't really blame him for not trying to run in to try and retake. It would have been ridiculous to try in the last round. This is a new look, though, for Ence. Walking through the middle, Henry. There's no one here to receive them.
They've got so much momentum behind them right now. You might want to start to take a pause and try and slow them down. Good flashbang, finally making Ence look uncomfortable. It's Magisk who will open things up to 5-7, but Nerds has got so much space here. Mid is under their remit, and they're going to be crunching the B bomb side from CT spawn, Anders.
They've made their way in behind enemy lines, and you can tell it's so hard to figure out where are they. You know that they're back here somewhere, but it's such an uncomfortable fight. All of these are angles you're not used to fighting at, right? You've never trained to fight this far outside of a bomb site. In CT spawn, in fact, the bomb is making its way over, but there is still a bit of defense. Spinks, and I think more importantly so, ZywOo on that AWP, saved from the previous round. He might have 0 kills right now, but if they give him a chance, they're actually going to walk away. I don't know how they're doing this mid-round calling, but it's working out for Ence. They're walking away from that big cannon on ZywOo and instead attacking a bomb site with only 2 people, and they should be able to just grenade this out, smoke it off, and get the bomb down. Yeah,
they know this fight's not worth it. They've got no resources to really hold them at bay, and they don't have the firepower either. It's going to be a Galil in the hands of Magisk here. And they do stick around longer than I expected, taking severe damage there through the smoke. They're going to go for a little boost here, but it's behind the smoke, and that's Ence's specialty. They're probably going to spam you down any second now. And there it is! Nerds once again will find them. Unbelievable. Diha continues that strong form we've seen all tournament long. I thought they were going to save. Why are they going for this? It's now down to Spinks, who might be able to steal a Desert Eagle kill away, but you know for sure it's going to be traded out. There it is. And we will find the second kill for the poll, as ZywOo remains. Has he found his first frag yet? 0 and 3, he has not. The world's best player has been silenced thus far as we go 5-1 in favor of Ence.
He wished they would have showed up, but they didn't. They picked the right bomb site again, back to the A bomb site. I love it, Henry, with your fingers deep in the simulation. You see it here and it pops up there. The spray right through, knocking down the boost. It's absolutely brilliant. 5-1 in favor of Ence. It's such a quick start.
Surely they've watched their other games. You can't sit behind smokes against this team. They'll get you every single time. So much awareness, and Spinks, yeah, he did well to get one, but instantly traded out. And Vitality now really got their backs to the wall. Round number 7. And they're going to send 3 players towards B. Maybe a little bit of aggression for ZywOo. Try and push through the flames, try and get an opening frag. He holds defensively for now. And nothing indicating a quick set piece here from Ence. They're going to be set up in a flat default. Snappy's got a lot of control, though. Oh, it's going to be... If he hits that shot, that would be amazing for them. It was a freebie on ZywOo, but he misses out on the opportunity and actually takes a ton of damage. That's a bit of a disaster for Snappy.
Was it ZywOo that got the flick to do that damage? I think it might have been through the wall.
Might have been, you're right.
But he is so lucky to be alive. What a gap in the defense.
But they know ZywOo's on that side of the map now, right? So that might be the cue just to walk in a contact play, knowing there's no AWP. They've got the AKs in hand, and a Sun Pious Orb looking to do incredible work here. Apex surrounded, and it's going to be Diha once again, cracking things open.
Yeah, the long tentacle of Ence has wrapped its way around the A-bomb side once again. Apex trying to answer back, but they're coming through the middle. They're holding a rotation. You can see Mad and Ready in the corner. The spray is perfect. It's looking easy for him. And now just the Geedle out, trying to see if he can find Spinks as well. 2 versus 4, but the bomb is going to be planted here. Vitality, do you want to risk this? Would you risk this, Henry? 2 versus 4?
Definitely not. Even after giving away a free opportunity there. You think Snappy could have won the round there and then. They held their nerve. They realized they've got vital information there. ZywOo is on the other side of the map, contact playing towards A, and one of the best entry fraggers in the world right now. Diha continues to find good form on that A bomb site. Remarkable scenes. Madden's not done with this round just yet, though. Here we go, looking for these remaining players, wearing his heart in his sleeve and the pride of Montenegro on his back. He steps up once again in this round, and ZywOo will have nothing to say about this one. I don't think he even survives. Nerds will have him, and another clean round from Ence. And Vitality haven't turned up to this grand final yet. They've won a single round with pistols and no armor.
We talk about showing up hot for a game. This is something that probably Heroic were struggling a lot with. One of the reasons why they are not in the grand final is they had some very slow starts, especially on that second map on Overpass. Vitality, they're suffering from the same issue right now. You can tell that Ence are so locked in. Their focus is unmatched at the moment. Vitality, I don't know what it's going to take. Presumably, yeah, the timeout here is exactly for this reason. They need to find a way to get some players fired up on this team.
They need a timeout for sure.
Yeah.
Remember, no Zonic behind them. No one to calm them down. It's the analyst. So
Oh no.
in these dire scenarios, they're on their own, I'm afraid. They don't have the experienced veteran behind them to calm everyone down, resuscitate the team. And this is about the worst start you could possibly hope for.
Henry, you brought this up on day one. You said you were a fan of Madden. I would have said many people would have put him way far down the list, behind Sunpire's, before Nerds. But Madden's played such a pivotal role in getting them to this grand final. It's really remarkable.
His flanks have been world-class. His awareness across the team, to be fair, they just seem to have such a great understanding of their opponents and what they're doing. It's going to be another A execution here. ZywOo, please enter the game at this point. Vitality desperately needs you.
They've avoided him. They've avoided running into ZywOo by going to this A bomb site, and as a result, Vitality switched it on, but a missed opportunity. He might have done some damage, but through the smoke! He catches Diha. That is some excellent bit of justice. Diha, normally an expert exactly at that thing, so the change, moving ZywOo from B to A, is what they needed.
99 damage to Sunpire's there. So unlucky for ZywOo, but makes up for it with the shot through the smoke. A 5 versus 4, but bear in mind, this is an eco really, or a half buy, I suppose, with the pistols. An AWP save for ZywOo now, and we're going to see whether he can continue to find kills. It has to challenge. He knows it as well. He has not done enough work to win this round just yet. And they're hoping he rotates. And normally you get one kill and show your presence and fall back. As ZywOo holds his ground, finds another. He'll be dropped eventually, but his work is done right now. It's up to the pistols to try and recover this one. It's a 4 versus 3, but 1 point of health for Sunpire as Snappy levels out the playing field here.
1 point of health might be enough. The Spaniard showing up and taking out Apex, who was about to flank them. It could have been a double kill, and he's ready for more. Spinks around the corner, but Sunpire's not going to miss a shot this round at all. 2 kills on him. He might have saved Ence. He got close, and ZywOo did everything that he could. Did enough, perhaps, to even win the round, but the rest of them couldn't find the kills that he needed. 7-1, Henry.
2 opening frags for ZywOo would normally be more than enough to win a round, but not in this case. Ence recover once again. So unfortunate that first kill as well. If he takes down Sunpire, could have been a very different round, but he does 99 damage. It's so unfortunate. As Madden, he's loving every moment of this. Another grand final performance here, as we will see a buy once more for Vitality. Rifles across the board here. Sunpire's making his way towards A, looking to crack things open. We'll see what he can do with it. Oh, no, not going to happen. It's going to be Magisk. Finally silences the Spaniard here.
A real measure of how confident he is. A real test for Sunpire. He was feeling it. He wanted to see if he could take that fight. And he's a little bit more explosive of a style of Oppa than ZywOo. You could see ZywOo's been a little bit further back waiting for it. Oh, wait a minute. Nerds reaching the smoke, trying to see if he can make his way through. Nice find for Flames. That's important.
Okay, one of the first real mistakes there for Nerds. He had an opportunity, couldn't quite control the spray, and a solid advantage for Vitality. This round they have to convert, Anders. There's no two ways about it. Has to be 7-2 here. Apex, nice flank, but not a great shot. Snappy will find him. And we've got 1 minute on the clock here. Not all is lost. They probably don't win this round, but if they can keep it very expensive for Vitality, it's certainly worth it, because they've got tons of resources now, Ence. They should be going for this. They don't need to save, and Madden's just spotted 2 players towards Dark. Can he find the kill?
He actually just jumped in there. Snappy with a missed opportunity, but the bravery. It was Sunpire's at the beginning. It was Nerds walking through the smoke. It was Madden this time. This is what it means to be fired up. And Sunpire's even said it in the pre-game interview. We're playing off the vibes. Internally, the team feels amazing. Everyone's there for each other. They're certainly playing like it at the moment. Makes it a lot of fun to watch them do what they're doing. Madden, the bomb is real far away, so he can do some damage here. Winning the round, I mean, it have to be some sort of a mental breakdown for Vitality to try and fight him. There's no reason they should give him the chance.
10 seconds, round is done. Like we said there, we can make it expensive, it'll be worthwhile, but not going to happen. We'll see Vitality. A slightly hollow victory. You can see they're not really fired up as of yet, as they want to start posting consecutive rounds here, Anders. Start getting some momentum behind them. They're actually going to present a remedy to the problem. They've got a double AWP setup. Magisk, not known to be an AWPer, I would say. Seen him use it a couple of times over the years, but it's going to be the double AWP setup now, and AK-47 for Flames. We'll see if this is the setup that starts to find success here on Anubis.
If you have a feeling that Ents are playing to try and avoid ZywOo and the AWP, having a second one can completely throw them off. They might hear the AWP in one spot, call it out, try and rotate somewhere else, and run into actually ZywOo. Instead, it is the middle, and it's Madden again with another good opening, this time on Apex. Now, they've dropped down. I think Spinks might be away. He might hear the drop, but he can't really stick around. There's no one behind him, so he has to respect the fact that if he dies, the round is over. He has to defend this bomb site, and for the minute, on his own. Here we go. On the one side, the obelisk going to be under attack. In fact, they're going to put the bomb down right away. The Molotov, it could not have been better. What a distraction. Nuts, a clean cut through the bomb site to find Spinks.
He doesn't miss this time. A clean kill towards the temple. 5 players survive, and Ence are back to their winning ways. Vitality have no response. His double orb setup does nothing for them. Another B split is very successful. It's helping themselves towards the B bomb site. Magus and Zywoo will be saving their weapons, and there's plenty of resources to justify the hunt, but it looks like everyone will be saving their weapon outside the bomb site itself, as the 3 remaining players for Vitality will turtle up, hoping they can hold on to these snipers, because they are yet to have any impact. Zywoo, 2 and 5. So he's fragged in 1 round so far, just to note that.
Yeah, they've avoided him so expertly. It's got to be very, very frustrating, because he did fine once they finally got him into the fight, but every other time he has to try and rotate in and do a little work, and it's not really been paying off for him. You said it, a hollow victory winning that 2nd round. It's more sand than castles in the desert right now for them. There's no way out. It's a very brittle victory. You get 1 single round, and now you're immediately back on the defensive again.
Now, we might be getting ahead of ourselves. This is considered a T-sided map, but it's just the fashion that Ence are winning these rounds. That's the problem for me. They're looking way too comfortable, running through smokes, hitting every single entry, and there doesn't seem to be anyone stepping up to a world-class level as of yet for Vitality. Here's Magus, though. Can he open things up? Looking to pull a rabbit out of the hat if possible. Hits the shot, but Dihab finds the opening once again. I can't believe how many times he's doing that towards this A bomb site. A nightmare scenario here for Vitality, as Apex will have to hold the A bomb site alone. You can see he's overworked as well. No one patrolling middle. Behind the smoke, firing off some shots. That's the cue, maybe to push through. Snappy trying to find him. Held at bay for now. They've still got the default set up here. Madden towards middle, Nerds holding B. Flames will rotate over to boost the defenses of this A bomb site. And Apex, he needs information here. They've got nothing to work with.
Yeah, I know this is tricky, but I think he has to do what he's doing right now. This is a smart play from Apex. They're down a man, and this is a very, very hard CT side, so you have to try and get a little bit more mobile. Zywoo, he defeats Nerds, and it's rare. Nerds is an expert at playing outside of that B bomb site. We saw that last time around. He just single-handedly took down that B bomb site over and over again. But now, the bomb, I think, going to be committed to this A bomb site. There's no other way. I don't think they can make it back across the map with about 40 seconds left. That would be very, very risky and probably give a lot of audio cues away. So can this be done? 4 versus 3, 30 seconds. They've still got Sunpius alive, so maybe it can.
Time will tell, Anders. Molotov's deployed, and Apex spraying once again, but he's taking damage, has to commit. Madden will find him. Flames now will have to find multiple frags to save the day. He gets nothing done. Spinks, what can you do? It's just Zywoo now, as once again, Ence stick the landing on this A bomb site. They can't hold it for love nor money. Zywoo, though, in a 3 versus 1. Is this his chance to arrive in the grand final?
He's sick of losing these rounds. He's been saving this AWP every other time, but now he wants to get a bit close. Right there with the AK. Madden, the timing, it could not possibly have been better. 3 kills for him. 2 of them on the opening to get into the bomb site. It's spectacular. And Ence are running away with this first half in breakneck pace. I can't believe it.
They've got maximum loss bonus. That's the one thing going in their favor. They will have a buy available to them, but it's Madden once again proving that he can play at a tier 1 level, taking down Vitality round after round. And we will see round 12 come forth now. It's going to be Zywoo this time, holding towards the A side of the map, exchanging grenades, trying to do damage towards the rugs, and that nade is successful. Takes Snappy down to 59 points of health. Bomb down for now, so no initial set piece, but I can see Flames at the mouth of the B bomb site. He's looking to swing out potentially. Peeling off, waiting for any sort of CT aggression here. A-main under their control. Dihab loves the idea that it smokes in front of him. He's going to try and see what he can find.
He's playing so close to it. He's already walked through it once. He's going to do it again. Look at the balls on him. He's just in the bomb side, up on that little plateau in the back, and he's fighting them. He will lose the fight ultimately, but it says something about Vitality. They should be ready. He should be dead when he comes through that smoke, but he has this internal timing, and it's been working out. Now, they might try and switch it with Madden in the middle, being the rotation point for the rest of the team to try and go towards the B bomb site. Oh,
nice.
He's going to get found. Well done.
Yeah. That's Apex. Good response, but Sunpire still alive and well, and Nerds is behind enemy lines here. That's a great frag. One of the best performers in this tournament so far has found space in the B bomb site, and now just 2 players left for Vitality. They got 2 frags towards A. It was looking so good, but it's coming crumbling down again. They're going to have to go for it. Apex dropped in towards the dark room, and Magus with an AK-47 has nothing to do with this one. It's double digits for Ence here in the first map of the grand final.
Even when it looks solid, even when they get the double opening, it looks like they're building something really strong, and it completely collapses at a moment's notice. This time, it's the good shot from Sunpire, and the fact, like you said, that they'd actually already walked onto the bomb site. Nerds was so deep in, no one was thinking about it. I've rarely seen anything like this. We've been casting Counter-Strike for a real long time, Henry, but at this level, at this modern-day Counter-Strike, making a match this one-sided is very rare.
Well, this grand final really yet to get going. Vitality have won a single eco round and a very scrappy rifle victory as well. It's going to be round number 13. Time is ticking away. 3 rounds to play, and they don't have much. Like we said, maximum loss bonus, of course. A saved AK leads them to half by territory, which they can win. They've got world-class players within their ranks. Magus, though, will have to go above and beyond for the squad as they take a timeout. And as you mentioned, no Zonic behind them. They've got Matt, the analyst, who will have to pick up the pieces here, rally the troops.
Everybody loves a good conversation around the GOAT of CSGO, the best sniper, the best rifler, but obviously when it comes to coaches, missing Sonic is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
The one that has done everything, and then rebuild it again within the organization, no one can question Sonic. So obviously missing him is going to be a big deal. My God. Some of these rounds are very hard to explain in terms of the losses. When you've got a 5-on-3, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, this is locked in. We have this one. And Ence are proving over and over again that they can't take anything for granted on that Vitality side. They have to struggle for everything right now.
So, as we said, a half buy, but a set piece is on the menu here. Ence looking to cut up the A bomb site. Removes Zywoo and Magus from the equation, but that's where the AK-47 resides. So, there's a chance here for Vitality. Dropping the same smoke, but you know they love to run through it. D-Hub not thinking twice, in he goes, but this time he's dropped, and they know that's where the safe rifle is. Magus finally finds some form here, and they've got the advantage on the half-buy.
This is the start they need, but they had this before. They've had the 5-on-3. This time they just have to manufacture a little bit more behind it. Madden's thinking about it. Flashes go through, and he can't see a thing. Good shot for Zywoo. Makes it a lot more doable. Snappy and Sunpire, they should have no business getting into this round again. They still have the bomb, and they still have a minute on the clock, but Vitality, think of all the combined experience. This is a round they must lock down.
No questions asked about that. That's a very good point. A 4-on-2. It's their round to give away now. And Snappy, he'll spot one player there towards A. That's Apex. Spinks on the flank. It's going to be Sunpire beneath him, who's actually just made his way towards Darkroom here. So Snappy, the bomb carrier, needs to be very careful. He's half health. Players around him. But the B bomb side is wide open. So if they could get a plant around us, then there's a real chance. Of course, there's no kits here. And with the confirmation that the site's open, they're going to get a plant here. And this changes everything. It's really down to Sunpire. If he can start finding pick after pick here, it's going to be very, very difficult to take him down. And he's focused towards the main entrance right now. Snappy will hold towards Dark.
This is horrific news. No kit. Nice shot from Apex down the stretch of the middle. But Sunpire only has to get a couple of kills here before the time is really going to be working against them. I'm getting very, very nervous for Vitality. A 1 versus 4 here. Let's see what the Spaniard could do. He's already scoped up, ready. Apex walks right into it. Good shot right there. Ready for a bit more. 3 people on the other side. They throw grenades at him. They hunt him down. Oh. Good job overall, but just listen to that clock. They had to be exactly that quick to even get close to it. They were so far across the map, running it down, and just in the last fading seconds of the round, they get the defuse in the 3rd round.
So if Sunpire gets one more kill there, he actually wins the round. It comes down to the minutiae there. A few seconds separate them from defeat, but they get the job done. It's round 14. Team Vitality get the round courtesy of Magus. Cold strong towards the A bomb site. Like we said, Dihan loves running through these smokes. This time doesn't work out for him. A double kill found by the Dane. And look how close the defuse was. Milliseconds. As we get to round number 14, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully Vitality can start posting consecutive rounds here. Of course, Ence still have plenty of resources. And here he comes. Some Pius looking to crack things open, but Dihao beats him to the punch. There's the double kill. Once again, working towards Zane. He finds Zaiwu as well, who had the AWP. Can he just keep going? Can he find a third kill here? Looking to close things out single-handedly. Oh my God, he's done it. And it will just be Spinks. A consolation frag. It means absolutely nothing as Dihao with the hot hand continues to cause absolute chaos here on Anubis.
They gave him just a tiny opening towards the A bomb side, and he took it all. He kept on pushing like a madman, just possessed to win this half. 11 for Ence and Vitality. Again, imagine the frustration you're feeling. Even when you get the double openings, you're playing 5 versus 3. Even those rounds, you have to bring everything to the match to try and win it.
On the world of CSGO, new stars are born every day. Today is Diha's turn to light up the sky, and he is delivering on all fronts. Sampius, so confident, dictates the pace of the battlefield. And it's towards B. The bomb's on this side of the map. Diha's going to try and suggest it's a similar approach in Apex. Trying to play in front. Finds a player towards a canal. That's going to be snappy, an opening frag. It's really Apex is having significant impact with these opening kills. And they'll maintain it as well. They've got the advantage here.
And I think they actually knew that it was going to be Diha who was the second player there. Just because it's happened so much, they run into Diha all the time. They also probably know that Nerds is going to be playing on this side of the map. That's kind of the default that Ence have brought to the game so far. So I actually think Apex had a really good understanding, and that's why he just fell back. He's like, I don't want to fight Diha at the moment. It's too scary. 4 versus 5. And if you've been watching, you already know nothing is certain yet. They have to keep this up. Nice double scope coming in, and Sunfires to take down Apex. And now the battle is on once again for the A-bomb side.
Oh, they don't even know. Behind the smoke, though, Zaiwu should confirm things here. It's looking very good for them, but still fighting back is Madden, the master of the A-bomb side. Bomb to be planted. Dihao will join him as well. 3 versus 2 in Flames is very low indeed. The retake is going to be a difficult one, even with the man advantage. Here comes Spinks from A main.
Yeah, you could take nothing for granted. The flank is really important. Spinks has to, at minimum, stay alive. And if he gets a headshot, it might just be all over here. 2-1-3, they're a man down. They see the shadow. Madden, he knows, but good little peek, actually. Spinks over-peeking the angle enough that Madden couldn't see a thing, and Cyber gets one more. They are up to 4 at the end of the half, and it took absolutely everything out of Vitality. What a start.
Yes, indeed, Anders. The first half of this epic Grand Final has concluded, and Ence have managed to post a magnificent 11 rounds. Stick with us. The second half is up next. The second half, hopefully, Vitality will wake up and post a pistol here as they desperately need it. We'll have a look at their buy as we get into round number 16 here. And we've got 7 guns for Ence. Nerds and Diha working with the dual elites here. 1 flashbang suggests a bit of a push. They might be flashing out of B main. And for now, Team Vitality with a single piece of utility. Make it 2. They've got a smoke and a flashbang. And we got 3 players towards the A-bomb side for Ence here.
I think you did provide an important detail, which is that this is a T-sided map, so there is a chance for Vitality to do a little bit more work. They're going to be dictating the pace. Here we go, the flash is over, but Cyber, what a clean shot. The P250 to send Sunpires to his grave. And that's the start they wanted.
Absolutely. Zaiwu, we haven't really had to mention him too much. 8 kills now, starting to warm up. Fantastic opening frag, takes down the Danger Man. Sunpius, a 5-on-4, plenty of time to work with, but Diha. Julie's in hand. Got Madden with him as well. The bombs towards the B side of the map. Bear in mind that, but they're vacating the A side. Ence are going to put all their eggs in the proverbial B basket. Magisk will start to creep in. Just trying to hunt for a bit of intel here.
They're so sure there's a reaction from Ence. You can tell on Vitality, they've called this freeze across the map. Now they're going to try and really sell this as an A attack. But as you pointed out, the bomb's on the other side. They're doing more than selling it. They're absolutely jamming it down the throats of Ence at the moment. Diha goes down, but there's one more player here. It's Nerds. How much could one player do against an entire squad that's coming for him? Not a lot, even with the dualies there. That's a little bit sloppy, and Spinks will be able to capitalize on that one. 2 versus 5, 30 seconds. The bomb is now making its way back through middle, even as they're winning the fight. This is a lock-in. There's nothing that Madden can do.
Just what the doctor ordered. It will be Vitality with the clean sweep, or at least for now, as Madden will be the last player remaining here. It was Zaiwu to open things up, get himself a double kill in the round as well, and they're starting to triangulate around his position, maybe to close things out, and that's a big victory. That's worth celebrating, as now they are back into this one. The second round force buy, of course, will be coming up next. You're going to expect CZs and Desert Eagles. Can be very problematic, especially with the caliber of skill available on Ence. Some very proficient Deagle players, but Zaiwu, wow. Yeah, starting to see some of that flair now.
Just when they need it. Yeah, he was turned looking towards the middle, so he dodged the flashbang, and he whipped back around and shut it down. Sunfire's having no chance to do anything in the round. 11-5. And don't underestimate that pistol round. Don't think this is over. If that's a story you're telling yourself right now, you might be gravely mistaken. Vitality, they look a bit cold in the desert to begin with, but once they get fired up, you know that a lot can happen.
Think back to ESL Pro League a couple of seasons ago. They were 14-1 down against FaZe on this very map and came back and won the series in overtime. Or won the map in overtime, I should say. So it can be done. Anubis is still a new map, really. It's evolving as every tournament goes by, and it's always very unpredictable. It is T-sided, to say the very least, and sometimes 11-4, it might not even be enough. So we'll see what Vitality can do. They had to win the pistol, and they've pulled it off. And for now, we still have a 5-on-5. A 3-man stack, though, towards A main. It's going to be Mages. Great grenade. There's a lot of damage towards Madden. He's got that CZ, though. Perfect for this close-range duel.
He's getting closer now with the AK. Oh, my God. The whip with the deagle. Second player is in there, but it's Cyber doing expert work. Not with the AWP, with the AK, which he's absolutely proficient with. He's cleaned up the bomb site. Nerds and Snappy, they don't even have a chance to rotate. That was some swift work coming out from him.
Yeah, that's his best sequence by far in this map. Just what they needed. It's going to raise morale. It's going to get his confidence up. And hopefully we see a lot more where that came from, because Vitality have been pretty average so far, but that's a commanding victory.
It's probably worth really highlighting, because Cyber was so often in the discussion as one of the top players with the AWP, but he does so much work with the rifle.
Absolutely.
So you shouldn't be too sad if you can't afford it, if he's not going to show up. It's maybe especially on the T side, because you're going to be so much more mobile with it. So I'm not too concerned about that fact at the moment. He's up to 12 kills now. Obviously, they're just going to be saving the armor and what they have here for Ence, as Vitality pick up 6 rounds.
Very nice. Excellent work from Zywoo there. Really enjoyed that. A sign of things to come. Quite foreboding, I would say, as Nerds and Snappy will save the little they have, a 5-7 and a Desert Eagle, but they have got helmets, just to note that as well. So not all is lost. It's going to be an eco still, but they can invest with a few bits and pieces, I suppose. They can maybe bring a flashbang, a grenade or two, try and find an opening frag and see if they can set up Snappy and Nerds here. Let's have a look at that once again. Just the awareness there. That is lovely from Zywoo. And Madden, as we know, he's a passionate player, wears his heart on his sleeve, and will have to sit back in this one, as he's only got the Desert Eagle and no Kevlar.
Yeah, we've got a couple of players in the server. Apex, another one.
Yeah, true.
Really tell how things are going, which I think makes the game so much more fun to see. You know that they care about it. It's not just another tournament, not just another game for them. It means everything right now in this moment. Good nades being exchanged. That first one outside of the A bomb site could have even probably done a bit more damage, so Meg is a little bit lucky that he didn't walk straight into it. But only 2 Deagles at 5-7. Very slim chances here for Ence to do much of anything with. And Vitality are taking the same approach that they've been all along, which is to really slow play the start of this T side. They don't want to run into any stacks. They don't want to do any crazy tricks. They're really being careful about this. Oh, I say that, but that was almost Flames getting himself killed.
Well handled, though. You have to say that. And Zywoo now finding multiple frags in consecutive rounds. This is looking quite good for a recovery. That's 2 of the Ence players removed, most notably one of the Desert Eagles and Kevlar. Nerd still alive with his 5-7, though. The only one that can really make a dent in this situation. Otherwise, we've got USPs, and should be quite a clinical finish. I don't see a world where Nerds gets multiple frags, especially using spotted like that. Okay, a 5-7 duel falls apart there. Strange that Mages actually lost out on that one. Will there be a few more twists and turns? I don't think so. They've got the bomb down towards A, so crisis averted.
Yeah, best they could do maybe is find the AWP outside of the B-bomb, so not the AWP, but the AK on Spinks. That would be a bit of a gift perhaps to them, but looks like that's not going to be possible either. You know that Sunpies is in the middle, he did shoot that Deagle in there, and Spinks very confident in taking the fight, not worried at all. No one's actually pushing against him from the B-bomb side, but he's going to go and check anyway. Yeah, like you said, no more wrinkles in this round, so 11-7, just like that, and it looks a lot more doable. This, I wouldn't say that Ence probably still favorite to win the map, but a comeback from this point wouldn't be completely out of the question for Vitality.
Well, yeah, we said they had to win the pistol and the conversions, and they've got the 3-0 here, so job done. This game is well back on here. It's the first map. There'll be some nerves, some jitters to work with their Anders, and they're shaking them off now, starting to look themselves. The star players starting to hit their shots. It was Mages with a bit of a blunder towards the pillar position with the 5-7, but it didn't have any knock-on effect. It was totally fine.
They found the AK at the end, though.
Did they really? Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. On the CT side, that's a very important note. So Nerds, one of the top, well, the top player of the tournament so far, AK-47 in his hands. That could be a very important narrative to follow. We'll see whether he wants to go for an initial duel, knowing he has the one-tap potential. As we get into round number 19 at the first map of this grand final, it's Anubis, picked by Ence, specialists on this map, considered to be one of the world's best. Landing towards middle. And it's a default setup here. ZywOo, AK-47 in hand, working towards A, and Sunpius, clean as you like. There wasn't a world where he's going to miss that. So much conviction behind his plays. And he wants a bit more of the action here.
He's everywhere, and he was in the first half as well. That's a really wide swing down in the middle. It's dangerous because you can get peeked from the other side of the middle. Sometimes the T's will wait for it, and they will double, maybe even triple peek it, because you can actually do that with the pillar in the middle.
Right.
So he's just deep in there, not worried about anything. Still a minute on the clock. And still only 2 people at the B-bomb site, so in theory, they are just a kill away here, Vitality, from opening up the site. Remember how many 5 versus 3s that Ence themselves converted when they were on the T side? No reason that Vitality can't do the same here.
Time will tell, Anders. Still with the advantage. Nerds, though, aware they could push through that smoke. Sunpius, though, good vision towards B main. Nerds with great awareness as they continue to find frag after frag here. Round should be confirmed. Death from above is Snappy. Fumbles the kill, but Diha will make up for it. Bomb down. And Magus, surely nothing left to do here. An ambitious spray towards middle leads him to nothing, and it will be Ence posting their first round here in the second half. 12-7 overall, but there should be plenty of resources. Bear in mind, they didn't really drop any frags in the last couple of rounds here, so ZywOo can even bring out the AWP, as he will do. First player to purchase, and they are absolutely fine across the board. So Ence with quite a clean round there, courtesy of Sunpius. Like I said, he just dictates the pace of each and every round. He chooses where he wants to go.
Yes.
He's willing to take the pick, and I would say 90% of the time, he seems to convert the shot.
He's impressive. Really impressive. 17-8 is his scoreline.
Yes,
as we head into the 20th round.
Need this round Vitality. Money is broken. If they give this one up, they'll be 13-7 down with Nico ahead of them. Setting up for maybe a set piece, or at least get Spinks in position to try and find some space here towards the B-bomb side.
And they've changed it. They've put Sunpius on the other side, so they're trying to do exactly what ZywOo was doing, which is finding a new position with the AWP to throw them off. Means it's Snappy and Nerds that are playing the B-bomb side at the start of the round. If they just do a standard execute, the good Molotov's down, they should be able to crunch it here. Magus might be the weak link. If he dies, then they can really focus on the main entrance. The Molotov to put some pressure on, and he actually needs to jump out of there. So they're going to know that something is going on in the middle at the very least. Another nade. Oh my god, they double naded. They've exploded Magisk in the middle. That's a disaster. 4 versus 5, and they're on. They know they have to go for it because there's no other attack coming. Magisk was the middle part of that pincer movement.
Like we said, this is a huge round, Anders. Ramifications to follow. If they give this one up, it could cost them the map here, and Flames has been dropped. Snappy mowing them down, and it's a very clean finish for Ence. 3 players survive. Vitality with no plan are left with around $2,000 per player. That grenade sequence, though, you're right, they're just one step ahead. They've done their homework, they're aware of the tendencies, and their Vitality are punished for them. What do they do next? This is an in-game leader's nightmare. There's pick your poison time. You either go with the force buy, the hero play, or you take a full eco and allow your opposition to go 14-7. They've gone with the latter here. There's not much to speak of. Some P250s, a couple of Deagles. Could barely justify that. They're beneath the $2,000 mark. And they've won with pistols before on the CT side, but that's when you can hold defensive angles. But through the smoke, I don't know how Ence do it each and every round, it feels like. But another headshot found from Madden. 14 kills to his name. ZywOo starting to climb the tables, though. 15. Mollied off for now. And he's using the incandescence of the flames to potentially steal a kill away, but there's another one. He'll have to run through. What a shot that is. Can he find the double? Snappy's ready for it. And he'll maintain the advantage. One of the 2 Deagles removed here, but still firing. Spinks keeps him in the round here. So a competitive round, to say the least there. A couple of kills on a full eco. Nothing to be sneezed at as Diha will spray them down. 14-7 though, Anders. Touching distance now, picking up their map pick. The first of this best of 3.
Really superb timing for Diha to show up just as Nerd was in that extended fight, you know, dropping his M4 to pick up the AK to continue the battle, and then Diha shows up just in the nick of time to shoot them in the back. It's everything you could have wanted here. You're right, they do have a knack for shooting people through the smoke. Look at this timing. Yeah, just nothing that they could do. Double kill for DR at the end, and Ence landing themselves at a solid 14. They're 2 rounds away from winning the opening map in this grand final. I did not expect myself to be saying that. I really thought this was going to be down to the wire, but Ence have shown up with a different level of focus today, and Vitality yet to get really warmed up.
Yeah, it's normally the grand finals, that's where Ence drops off. They have magnificent tournaments, but yet to even drop a map in this tournament, Anders. Continuing with that here, if they can close this one out, it's going to be the perfect run so far in the grand final. And towards A we go, but guess who's waiting for them? It's Sun Pius with the big green in hand.
Can you get rid of him in this position, though? Flash to set it up. He's a little bit early. Doesn't quite get the shot, so at least they take control of this part of the map. But Molotov first, Smoke second. They're really going to try and see if they can stop in Vitality. They learned something about pushing through the smoke, although they're not as efficient at it. DR and Sun Pius shutting it down, and the bomb's on the wrong side. That can't happen. Sun Pius, he goes wide, and he will not miss the shot through the smoke, Henry. It's disturbing.
With the precision of a gladiator, the Spaniard strikes down his foes. Just one player remaining. He delivers each and every round. Spinks, there's nothing he can do, and map point is obtained here for Ence. Vitality have got nothing left to do here on the map. They have $3,000 per player, and Glocks in hand for now. This has crumbled. It's fallen apart. Anubis has done nothing for them, and they're going to have to buy Anders. There's no two ways about it. Pushing for the smoke, trying to do their best Ence impression, but they get absolutely bamboozled. Sun Pius, so strong, thrives in the chaos.
Yeah, chaos is the perfect word for it. Imagine that you're trying to get through, their grenades landing, and now it's just desperation left. Apex, the captain of the team, sniped out by Sun Pius, his 21st victim in this grand final. And it's a 4 versus 5. Sure, the boost is pretty good, but Madden's just slipping away inside of the smoke. They wanted to catch him. It's a good idea, but they don't get what they needed. Oh, look at this. Real tricky work coming out. This is something that we saw in the beginning on Anubis a lot. We haven't really seen it in the grand final yet. It's Ence putting pressure outside of the B bomb side. Nerds, he's deep in here. They should know. The double peek is good, well timed. Spinks will be able to take him down and just puts us back in a 4-on-4.
I like this though from Ence. They're not sitting back thinking, oh, don't throw it around. They're playing to win. They're looking to close this one out. Madden, he's certainly doing that. Great flank coming in, and they've done it. Oh, what a finish as well. 16-7, a dominating performance for Ence, setting the tone for the grand final and continuing their perfect run here at GAMERS8 2023.